Hey everyone. If you're interested in Science Olympiad, you've come to the right place. So, the obvious question is, what is Science Olympiad? And it's a national STEM/science competition at its core. But obviously, it's much more than that. The charm of Science Olympiad is that it offers many unique and different topics that you can explore and compete in. So you might have someone who's in anatomy and physiology studying the human body. His second event will be circuit lab studying electricity and wires. And maybe third and finally, he'll have a build event studying, let's say, or building the gravity vehicle. And none of these events are obviously, that I just listed off, are even remotely similar. But that's why we like Science Olympiad so much. It allows us to explore a lot of different fields that we might never have the chance to explore. And if any of you guys are genuinely interested in Science Olympiad, I recommend you pause the video, take a look at the events, and see which ones you actually like. But for now, let's move on. And another question is, why join Science Olympiad? Well, if you have an interest in a STEM-related field or a particular science field that you saw in the events, this might be a great opportunity for you to explore and compete in it. Another reason why you might also want to join this club is that you will learn a lot of topics that aren't taught anywhere else in this school. Let's say if you're interested maybe in astronomy, or if you're interested in learning how to build things. Or if you're interested, let's say, in circuits and wires, you might never have the opportunity in your 4 years at East Ridge to really learn about these kind of things unless you research them on your own. Science Olympiad is a vessel that allows you to research in these fields and also gain recognition for them. Another reason why you might be interested in joining Science Olympiad is that, hey, bring a friend along and maybe introduce yourselves to the diverse community. And all of us have similar interests in that we all enjoy studying very different fields. And you'll find out that, the more different they are than most people, the more that will actually accept you. And finally, my kind of two cop-out answers are that I hesitantly say that all applicants are accepted. You obviously will have those people who join the club and won't do any work in the club. And obviously, we will sniff you out and we'll kick you out. But if you're genuinely interested in the club, and especially if you have knowledge building things from scratch, we'll more than likely accept you. And finally, it looks really good on college applications. Many colleges like seeing that you take the initiative and you research specific fields that you're interested on your own. And obviously, if you win events, you'll gain recognition for them. So I'll pass this off to two other people who will be sharing their own personal experience.
Hey there. This is my third year here at Science Olympiad, and every year so far has been amazing. You get to meet a lot of new people, and you get to hang out with them, and all of them are interested in science, and so you get to talk about the world with them, and you really get to do some research on your own, too, to really dig into the world and the topics. Personally, for me, I've done a lot of stuff on more obscure topics I never really knew about. So a few years ago, I did all about glaciers and the way that glaciers form and the stuff they do, and that was really interesting. Last year, I did a lot about oceanography, which was really quite interesting about the way that water moves around and like the different forms of water and the chemicals all in that. And I also did birds, and I don't have the binder on me, but there was over 250 pages about birds, and that was a really fun event. No, this whole thing though, it's so fun. It's so fun, and it's so interesting, and you get to really just dig into the world and the things that make it work, and you get to use weird instruments that you can see around me that I don't understand because these are all obvious, but I have them because of coronavirus. Anyway, you really should join. It is one of the best decisions I made in all of high school. I highly, highly recommend it. And you get to hang out with me, which is probably the number one reason to join.
One of my favorite personal events during Science Olympiad was building a heat-resistant box for the thermodynamics event. It was a couple of days before the first competition, and we needed to have a working box and some testing done. However, since it was our first competition ever, we had no idea what to do. So we rummaged around some cupboards in the engineering hallway and found some felt, some foam, and some cardboard. Since it was so last minute, we had no plan, so we just hot glued everything in there and covered it in duct tape. Then we sprayed some adhesive in there and called it good. Well, competition day comes, and we're all really nervous, but we ended up with the best box at the competition. This really solidified in my mind that if you try your best, you'll succeed. So if you're interested in joining Science Olympiad, use the link to the Google form and submit some information. It'll only take like a minute. And yeah, thanks.